Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, so what are you saying, people, and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know if you can hear my voice properly, because yesterday we did have some issues there, so let me know if you can actually hear me. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Had a good day yesterday. Welcome back to the stream. Like always, any pairs you're looking at, any trades you want to share, or analysis or opinions or anything, just leave it down in the comment section in the chat, and I will get to it eventually. But yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure that you are liking the videos and subscribe to the channel. And if you do want to join my Telegram group, I do post my trades there, I post setups there, my watch list for the week, and different videos as well. So make sure you go check out the Telegram channel if you want to. Links in the description and also at the top of the chat. And also check out IC Markets. I do have my affiliate link there if you want to check them out. If you are indeed looking for a broker, feel free to go and check them out. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back. AD arrived for the back. Sure thing, no worries. Good morning, Ross. How are you doing? Sounds good. That's what I like to hear. Thank you so much, Lee. Gold, no problem. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Building trade AUSD. Yeah, that worked out pretty well, to be fair. Price dropped big time for AUSD, but we'll get into AUSD and the trades that I'm currently in. But first, I'll start with AUD CAD because that's also another pair that I'm looking at trading because AUSD is currently risk-free for me, so I might look to get involved with another AUD pair. AUD CAD is on my watch list coming into the week, so I do think a good opportunity can arise on this one, so I may look to get involved, see what type of price action we can get. So far there's nothing yet for me to enter the trade. It's a little bit messy, to be honest, but the higher time frame bias comes from mainly the weekly and the daily. You can see that the trend line here that the market is respecting This here was our big false breakout the market had multiple times with respect to that trend line. Big push to the upside, giving us that fake out, and we collapsed back inside the trend line, retested it once, and again retesting it a second time since the fake out. So I'm looking for simply just another move back down to these lows here, and potentially maybe even those lows as well, COVID lows, if this trend does continue. But yeah, I'm looking for another swing back to the downside for AUD CAD. So that's where my bias comes from. And the direction I'm looking to trade in. Now I'm just looking for a good opportunity here on the 4H and the hourly to actually sell it. Like I said, for AUD/USD and AUD CAD, the reason why I was favoring AUD/USD shorts and why I entered AUD/USD rather than AUD CAD, even though they're pretty similar pairs, is that AUD CAD was consistently making some higher lows, as you can see. So because we were making higher lows, I knew that AUD CAD will have a lot more trouble to drop to the downside than AUD/USD. AUD/USD was actually making some lower lows, which was a good sign. So that's why I entered shorts there. But I do think in terms of direction, AUD/USD and AUD CAD will be headed to the downside in the long term, in the long run, which is why I'm still looking to get involved with shorts for this one. We did form this nice resistance off the back of last week, and you can see we're having these kind of fake outs, if you will, above that level. So we've got the original resistance there, big push one, came back underneath, second drive, again came back underneath, third drive, hopefully we can come back underneath. But you can see the market is forming these lower highs as we're coming down. So that's a good sign showing us that the sellers are stepping in and taking more control. So I'm looking for us to get back below this, give me another drive, respect the level this time, and then potentially we can get the reversal, or much safer trade, just wait for the break of that support there, 0.89400. And then retest and then the sells. But either which way, I'm only looking to sell AUD CAD as long as we can stay below this resistance here, which we're managing to do that. So as long as we can stay below that resistance, I do have a sell bias for that one. So yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in trading AUD CAD as well. I mean, if I do get anything, I'll let you know in the Telegram as always. Euro JPY gold, sure thing, we'll get onto those. Hey, good morning, Edward. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Mr. Bazooka, Pound USD, of course, we'll get to that. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is good. Morning, everyone over Israel. Welcome back to the stream. Europower, we'll get to that. Thank you for your time and analysis. God bless you. God bless to you too as well. Thank you for tuning into the stream, guys. Much appreciated. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed as well. Make sure you're subscribed. But yeah, Euro JPY is actually looking very, very tasty, to be fair. I'm liking the price. Actually, coming into the week, it did throw me off a little bit because I was looking to see if we can respect this level and see some downside from that, because the market was having such a hard time breaking through this area. So I was looking to see if we can hold that resistance and then roll over, get that next bearish leg. However, the start of the week, we kind of just flew past that level with ease and now pushing to the upside into 139. However, it did come into another key area of value, which I do think it could be warming up to some nice sells. Again, I'm not too sure how far these sells can go. All I know is that this is a good area to sell the market. How far it goes is completely up to the market. We could see a push all the way back down to this price swing low here. We could see the market just continue this daily bearish trend with those equal highs there, lower high and potentially another lower high. So we could see that bearish trend continue, or we could see the high time frames, which is still pretty bullish, weekly, monthly, still pretty bullish, and long term I still do see us heading in that direction. So we could see a move to the downside happen, and then the higher time frame step in and start pushing to the upside, something like that. So good area to sell, good area to sell for Euro JPY. In fact, again, another pair on my watch list, so I'm actually looking to get into some sales for this one as well. But as you can see, I've just drawn a nice little level there, just above 139 was price swing high there, taken across was also nice support for us, big move to the upside, and now simply as resistance again. So if we can hold this, looking for a drive back down to those lows, but potentially might go halfway and then see the higher time frame step in. So that's why it's important to take partials, just in case we don't see the full swing happen. But essentially, we're coming to a key area. We also do have a nice little trend line confluence, one drive, second drive, third drive, and also if you whip out the old Fibonacci, we are coming into the 0.618 there as well. So a lot of confluence in this area and just generally a great place to look for some sells. Personally, I'm waiting for us to kind of break through this support here. Now look for the retest and then I'll short it, because we have seen a lot of bullish momentum, and I understand the higher time frames are still quite bullish, so I don't want to jump the gun and get into the sells too early, just to see this trend, you know, continue in the higher time frames, push through to the upside. So if we can break through this support, that'd be fantastic, which we almost did with that strong bearish candle closure, but we kind of closed inside the level of support. So if you can break through that, retest it, I'll look for shorts on that level there, probably in the hourly time frame, something like that, and then take advantage of the sells. And again, target wise, we've got lots of areas. That broken resistance there will be support. We've got this area here as well. You know, we've got these lows here as well. So there's multiple areas where you can target, obviously, those lows if you're feeling brave. But yeah, you're a JPY for me. Fantastic area for sales. I'm gonna wait for this 138,400 level to break on the 4H time frame. So I want to see a next bearish candle close below, and then I'll just look for the retest of that and catch some sales on the hourly. But yeah, you're a JPY for me, looking very, very tasty. So I'm getting ready for some sales for that one if we can break through, because if we don't and we break through 139, then yeah, I won't be looking for sales anymore for Euro Yen. Okay, I'll get on to gold now. A few people talking about gold. So yeah, gold collapsed to the downside. This is still falling. Again, been calling shorts for quite a long time for this one. Hadn't actually traded it, to be fair. I've just been trading other pairs. I've been trading USD CAD, AUD/USD, USD CHF at one point. So I've been trading other dollar pairs, but gold has been falling beautifully, to be fair. And like I said, these equal lows here for me are almost destined to go around 1676. So I'm expecting these lows to be taken out. There's a lot of liquidity underneath these lows. And I do expect us to go and eventually run through them. So again, if you're not in shorts for gold, no need to panic. There's still a pretty long way to go till we take out those lows. Again, this is the weekly time frame as well. So there's a lot of downside left for gold. And most likely we are going to have another retracement. It may not be as big as this one. It could be, but it may not be as big as this one. It might be slightly smaller. But again, you guys trading on the low time frame should still be able to get involved. However, I wouldn't look to sell gold right now, because we are coming into a key area here of support where the buyers are probably lurking around the 1714 mark. As you can see, a lot of consolidation here, bit of a wick through, and then a huge move to the upside. So this overall area is an area of support, demand, not an area that you want to be selling at. Ideally, you want price to break through this or have a bounce to the upside, and then treat that as retracement and then get back into the sells for a second attempt to go and break through that area. So yeah, for gold, not interested in buys whatsoever for this one, only really looking to short. Even if you are day trading it, I probably would suggest just stay with the shorts, because that's where momentum is, that's where the higher time frame is. There's no real need to waste your energy looking for buys. If you want to, of course, you can do that, but you probably have a lot more success with the sells. So yeah, for gold, we got this area here, which would be a nice area to retrace into. We consolidated here, I think that was last night. Big drop to the downside, a lot of momentum come back from that. If we can pull back into this area, that'd be fantastic. Got some shorts from there. Or a second area of interest would be up at that resistance, which I was talking about yesterday, 1740. So two areas to short from, look great too. Of course, if you pull back even higher, shorts will look better, risk to reward will look better as well. But yeah, those are the two areas that I would be focusing on for gold: 1724, 1740, 1739, around there, and you know, catch those shorts. But from here is definitely a no for sells, because that just doesn't make any sense to sell into that. So yeah, gold, looking for a pullback. We may or may not get that. It's a pretty strong close down the 4H. We could just see momentum break through that. If that's so, then you can look for the break and retest. But if we do see a bounce, 1724, 1740 is looking good for some sells, and long term expecting 1676 down there. So still a long way to go, and yeah, basically looking to short the rallies with that one. So yeah, hope that made sense there for gold. But yeah, good morning guys, welcome to the stream. Okay, I'll get into pound USD, no problem. Euro pound. Hey Nathan, welcome to the stream. What's your thoughts on USD/JPY? Okay, I'll take a look. US 30, please go. Okay, got into a short. Nice, Ross. US 30, yeah, well, all the indices kind of tanked yesterday. We didn't really get that retracement I was looking for, so I was wondering if any of you guys actually got into some shorts for the indices. Yeah, no problem for AUDUSD. No problem for AUDUSD. I'll get to that in a second. But first, let me take a look at pound USD, because I'm still actually in my CAD CHF trade and my AUDUSD. CAD CHF was not moving too well. I'll get into that in a second. But CAD CHF is doing what CAD CHF does best, which is fluctuate a lot of the time. But yeah, pound USD still bearish. We had that break and retest yesterday. Again, this is the break and retest I wasn't too sure about, mainly because of the location of it. Again, price action is price action. Break and retest, they work most of the time, well, probably about 60% of the time. Probably pump that up to about 70, maybe, if you can get some good confluence in your direction. But the reason why I wasn't so confident with this one, because of where we were trading, right back down at these lows. Now, I always want price to pull back a little bit higher first before I catch any sells. But hey, it worked perfectly. Nice break and retest from there. Can get some entries down the hourly or 30-minute. A really nice short opportunity there for pound. And it's still looking bearish, which we were expecting. We're still expecting this to head a lot lower. Like I've been saying, the COVID lows all the way down here is what we're expecting for the market to go and take out, which is around the 1.14 mark. So similar to gold, pound USD still does have a long way to go to the downside to our target. Still 200 plus pips to the downside. Again, I don't expect price to just collapse out the sky. It can do. If something crazy happens, it can do, of course. But, most likely we'll see some retracement. We can get some sells off the back of that. So again, no rush to jump straight into any sells. If you're not ready in them, we could see price now revisit this level again and catch even some more sells for a retest, which actually would be a nice little entry. So yeah, for me, pound USD, still expecting this to head a lot lower. We are trading at this level of support here, so there's really nothing to do. Like I said, I wouldn't be interested in buys with pound USD at all, really. Yes, there probably will be some, but again, will be most likely be short-lived. And yeah, the sells is where the market is moving. So you're best off just waiting for the sell opportunities and then take them as they come. But yeah, for me, pound USD still a long way to go. 1.14 we're looking at. If we can retrace and retest that again, maybe form a bit of a double top around the 1.176 area, that would be a good place to short. But again, I wouldn't look to short in here. I wouldn't look to short in there. It's right at the lows. We want price to pull back. Give us something to work with. So yeah, pound USD right now, I wouldn't do anything with this one. I suppose you can do a break and retest of this low here. Again, not a fan of that either. Want price to see a bit more upside before I jump into the market. But if we do push into 1.176, that would be an area of interest. And again, looking for entries to short that down, because I'm still pretty bullish on the dollar. I can still see that head a lot higher. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. Euro pound, remember we were looking at Euro pound yesterday. We were talking about the 0.858 area of resistance, and we did go and hit that. As you can see there on the daily chart, we broke out the consolidation pretty swiftly. Didn't see much retracement, and then boom, going to hit that level. So now I'm waiting to see what Euro pound's going to do next, because this is a very, very important level, which if we break, I'll be expecting a drive back up into this resistance here, where you can see we form those bodies there and also that wick. If we break through this, that's where I expect price to go, fill that range to the upside. If we don't, we could see price come straight back down again if it does respect the level. So going to the 4H, we did see a nice move to the downside there. Hourly as well, a little bit corrective, but if we can maybe respect this prior low here, reject that area there on the 4H, maybe form a double top on the hourly, the 30-minute, that could be an area of interest there to short. Not the biggest fan of that setup, a little bit tad aggressive for me, but it does make sense. We've had that big push to the upside, form support, broke through that support. If you can retest it, form a lower high, we'll form some bearish structure there on the hourly and the 30-minute. And then yeah, you can short it from that key level of interest. But I'll personally let Euro pound breathe a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely in a good area. So shorts will look good if we can respect it. If we break through, you're looking at 0.86797. That's my next level of interest really for Euro pound. But like I said yesterday, it's a horrible pair to trade currently. There's definitely a lot cleaner pairs out there. But if you insist on trading this one, that's something I'll be looking at. for some shorts, and if not, simply a break and retest of the level for buys as well. So yeah, if that made sense on Euro-Pound, let me know. Okay, yeah, I'll get into AUSD in a second, but first I'll just do US 30. I'll do US 30, then I'll go into AUSD and some of my trades, and then I'll go into Euro USD as well. Okay, so yeah, US 30, we tanked. Pretty much all the indices did the same thing, which we were expecting. Again, like I said, this potentially could be the next major lower high. As things stand, it looks like it will be. So, you know, we have a pretty good chance, 75% chance, just from a technical analysis point of view, ignoring fundamentals, that we will get back down to the swing lows there at 29,800. So for me, I'm expecting a lot more downside for these indices. US 30 is looking bearish still. I said yesterday it would be nice if we could get a break and retest of this low. Again, I wasn't too confident that price would see that momentum to go and retest it, just because we had such a big collapse and we didn't quite get that. However, this morning, nice break and retest of that low, looking very, very good there at 32, at the 32k mark. Nice psychological level as well. So yeah, that would have been a nice short there this morning, just coming into the London session around 8 a.m. Hey, thank you so much, Red Win, for subscribing. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying the content, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done already, please like the video as well. 50 likes is the like target for the video, so let's see if we can hit that. I said 45 yesterday, and you guys absolutely smashed that. Underestimated you big time. But yeah, US 30 looking very, very bearish. As for areas to watch out for, we're in one right now, which is this area here. So do watch out, because we're coming into some daily support. I do expect this to break, but it might bounce first and then break, rather than break straight away. So if you're on profit, I recommend maybe some partials just to play it safe. But yeah, in terms of where I expect price to end up, it would be back down there. So again, play with your targets, but in terms of entries, everything is looking very, very good. So yeah, I'll go into AUSD, because obviously I did get some nice shorts for this one yesterday. Again, I did end the stream pretty abruptly, because I wanted to get into the shorts myself, because I was looking for the entry. I said to you guys, potentially could see in the next 1 or 2 candles get the entry signal, because we did close very, very bullish into my level of interest, which was the low of this consolidation here. We closed beautifully with that big strong candle into that level. So I said, if I can get an entry signal around here, I'll jump into the trade. Thank you so much, MK, for subscribing. And yeah, caught the entry on that. Again, just using simple candlestick patterns. Stop loss, a little bit of room just above that. And then targets I'm looking for. I could have stretched the target, to be fair, and I still might do. But I'm looking for price, maybe the 4H, to come back into this area here. Excuse me, come back into this area here. As you can see, this is where price stalled a little bit, broke structure, retested their support, and then flew to the upside. So I know a lot of buyers will be around here, and it also lines up quite nicely with the 0.68 psychological level. So that's my real target there for the trade. But all in all, I do see the market eventually coming down there. So I could look to push the trade. And by that, I mean probably just leave like maybe 20% to run. I wouldn't hold the full trade there. I've already taken some partials anyway. So yeah, I may leave 20% to run back down to these lows, because in terms of probability, it looks very, very likely that we'll get there. So I may look to stretch the trade back down to those lows, but the real target is back down to the 0.68 area for this trade. But yeah, the reason why I enter this trade is simply just using the high time frames to work out the bias, the direction of the market. Then I'm using the 4H and the hourly to identify patterns and entry signals to trade my higher time frame bias. So if I go to the higher time frames, thank you so much, Leah, for subscribing, much appreciated. But yeah, so basically high time frames, how I work out my bias is all to do with structure. That's basically the foundation of my trading. If the market is making higher highs and higher lows, I'm only looking to buy. If the market's making lower highs and lower lows, I'm only looking to sell. Very, very simple, but yeah, that's how I form my direction, and works perfectly. So you can see the market's been making a lot of lower highs ever since Feb 21, consistent lower highs. Made a lower high recently there, and again, what I'm expecting the market to make another lower high as well. So basically, I'm anticipating this being the lower high. It's not confirmed yet, reason being we haven't actually taken out any lows, but I'm anticipating that level there being the lower high. Dropping down to the daily chart, we've got a really nice head and shoulder formation here. So we've got the big push to the upside from the left shoulder, got the head up there, and then this here I'm expecting to be the right shoulder, with that level here being the neckline of the pattern. So basically what I'm trading is the right shoulder of the head and shoulder pattern, expecting us to break through the neckline and expecting us to eventually see that next bearish swing back down to those lows. So basically going into the 4H time frame, I was actually looking to trade this last week. If you guys saw my watch list for last week, I actually had two levels drawn out for AUD/USD. This being one level and this being the second level, and I said these are the areas where I'm looking to short to anticipate the right shoulder. So I would have got short here, but at the time I was trading USD CAD, so and that one wasn't risk free or anything, so I didn't want to jump into another dollar pair and trade AUD/USD, and also I didn't really get the entry signal either. I mean, I did with this huge bearish candle, but that was off the back of the news, and I don't really want to enter a candle off the back of the news like that. So yeah, this was my first area of interest for AUD/USD to anticipate that right shoulder forming. I didn't enter there. That was Friday last week. So I said if I can get retracement back to retest this consolidation, or to go and break through this level here, I'll look to short AUD/USD. We did see the breakout at the start of the week. You can see the gap, that's where we started, and then we closed back above. So I was hoping to see a pullback into this area. We formed that next lower high in respect to this high here, and then just using my entry signal, which is candlestick patterns on the hourly time frame, I entered on this candle here, which is straight after the live stream at 12. And yeah, it was a really nice trade there, because again, when you're trading with higher time frames, make sure you're in line with momentum, with the high time frame momentum, and then you should see pretty, good moves happen in the market in your favor. And normally news happens in your favor as well when you're trading in the line of high time frame. So yeah, that's the reason why I got into the trade. Basically, just anticipating another pullback for the market, trading in line in the direction with the higher time frames, and just continuing to the downside. So looking good for this one. Hopefully we can stay below this level here. This is a strong level of support, so I want price to stay below. We've had 1-2 attempts to break it and failed, so hopefully we can break it on this third one, and yeah, see a pushback down to 0.68 and maybe back down to those lows as well. If I'm feeling good, I might look to carry a little bit left to the downside targets. I mean, risk reward down there is pretty crazy. That's like 1 to 10, which is never really how much I go for. Normally around 1 to 3, 1 to 5 is where I target. So yeah, that's AUD/USD. CAD CHF not moving good for this one. You can see I had an entry for this one on Monday at 12, and that was my entry candle, and my stop loss was just below the candlestick. Still in this trade, have banks and partials, and currently break even as well. But the reason again for entering this trade, lovely head and shoulder pattern there on the 4H, looking for price to reverse, break and retest of that prior swing high there, retest it, engulfing pattern, stop loss below, and I'm looking to see if I can catch the reversal for this one. And again, staying in tune with the higher time frames. We've got a nice little swing low down there, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. I'm looking to see potentially if a swing low can form there, so I know higher time frames is in my direction. Again, I'm not targeting all the way up there. I'm just trying to see if I can take a nice little chunk out of it, get out of the market, and potentially re-enter if the bullish momentum sustains. But yeah, currently in this trade as well for CAD CHF. Again, wicked retracement. You can see that huge bearish engulfing, which is a reason why you've got to trust your analysis, trust your bias, because back in the day, after seeing such a strong bearish engulfing there in the 4H, I would have exited the trade early just because I didn't want to lose any more profits. You know, going from up here to down there, it's quite a big drop in profit. Get a little bit emotional, close the trade early. But now when you realize that it's all about, you know, the process, some are going to be break even, some are going to see nice profit, some are going to go straight to your TP, some are just going to be a complete loss. So once you understand that and you just play out the numbers, when you see big candles like that going against you, it's not the end of the world. You know, it just means that it could come back, break even, or even stop loss depending on your trade management, or it could actually still keep going in your favor, which it looks to be potentially. But I do want to see the market break through this resistance. If it can get back above that resistance, that's when CAD CHF will be back in the clear. Right now, it's still stuck underneath this 0.746 level, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. If we can get a strong close back above, should be good for AUSD. And targets for this one, like I said yesterday, back at this resistance up there. So yeah, pretty nice swing target for that one. So yeah, currently in those two trades, AUSD and CAD CHF, both running pretty well, to be fair. And I'm going to be looking at AUD CAD and Euro Yen as well, which is reacting to that level. But yeah, sorry guys, I've actually missed a lot of your comments because I've been waffling about my trades. But yeah, welcome to the stream. If anyone said hello and I've missed you, but welcome. UD, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'll take a look at your USD, no problem. I think your JPY is an uptrend if you check the monthly time frame. Yeah, Euro JPY, like I said for this one, it's in a great place to short, but I said I'm not too sure how far these shorts can go because the higher time frames, you're definitely correct. Monthly, weekly are still looking very, very bullish. And actually for the monthly time frame, I'm actually expecting Euro Yen to actually get back up to 148, back into this resistance here. As you can see, the consistent high lows that the market is placing, the market's printing. We've got the original low down there, another higher low, another higher low, another higher low, potentially another higher low there as well. So the market is making consistent higher lows and also breaking through resistance as well, showing us that the market is making higher highs as well. So yeah, Euro Yen, I would expect eventually to work its way back to 148. That's the long-term target, but there might be some nice short-term sells which we can capitalize on before we see that next bullish leg. So again, that's the important thing about structure as well. Structure can go both ways. Sometimes, you know, in a higher time frame, you see a bullish structure like so, and then when you drop to the lower time frames, so say for example we zoom into this area of the market. Say this is like, I don't know, weekly, and then we go into like the 4H, you can see a nice bearish trend forming over here. And you can still take advantage of these bearish swings, but you have to understand that the higher time frames are still bullish. So if these bearish swings start to deplete or, you know, start to shift in terms of structure, you understand that, okay, now it's time to buy and get back on the higher time frame train to the upside or wherever it's going. So yeah, you're definitely correct. Monthly time frame still looking very, very bullish, but daily is giving me that bearish structure there. As you can see, equal highs there, lower high, lower low, lower low, potentially lower high. So if I can get a break and retest of that low, I will look to short. Again, I'll be taking profit quickly. Probably won't push the trade too far. If it does come back and hit me break even, it does that, and then I'll just look for the buys if it can break through that resistance there. But like I said, I do want this support to break before I get interested for sells. I'm looking for the break and retest of this support. If I don't see the break and retest and we just keep pushing, then there was no sell opportunity for me anyway. So yeah, if it breaks and retest, I'll look for the sells because I'm still in line with the daily. But if it fails, we'll just get back on the wagon from the weekly and monthly. So yeah, it does make sense, but it just maybe some short-term sales could be there for us. But okay, I'll get onto Euro USD, no problem. Hey Raphael, welcome to the stream. Thoughts on Euro Pound? Euro Pound's been a little bit popular. Hey, thank you so much, Financial Services, for subscribing, much appreciated. Mr. Shaw, yeah, I mean, some of the indices didn't really pull back that much, so I can imagine a lot of people must have missed a lot of shorts. But actually, this morning they did give some nice entries for anyone trading the indices. But yeah, I'll take a look at Euro USD. So where is Euro USD? There you are. So yeah, Euro USD again, it's been very, very messy. Yesterday, I was just telling you guys probably just to stay away from this pair completely unless you wanted to trade the range, because that's what price is doing. So I did say if you want to trade the range, then fair enough. But other than that, I would stay away from Euro USD because price action has been awful. I mean, yeah, it's been very, very awful. So yeah, we've got this range here. We're looking at the highs of the range around the 1.00384 and the lows of the range around 0.99200. So we were trading around here, I believe, yesterday on the stream. And I said I wanted to see a possible breakout to go and retest this level here, because this is originally where I wanted to sell Euro USD from. The break and retest of this range here on the left. Big range, broke to the upside, which turned out to be just a big false breakout, above these highs here. And then the market collapsed to the downside. So I wanted to see the retest of that area, look for the sells around there, and then short it back down. But we just didn't quite see that. Big wick to the upside, again, didn't quite get there as well. So for me, Euro USD, still bearish on this one, still bearish. I do expect the market to head lower. I do have some targets beneath these lows that I do expect Euro USD to eventually hit, but it's just not an area that I want to get involved in and sell from. So the DXY is still pretty bullish. We might not see that bearish, we might not see that bullish leg higher to get those sells from up there. We could just sell off to the downside without retracing higher. So that's definitely a possibility. If that's the case, then I'm just not going to look to trade Euro USD really. I'm only looking for up there, and there's some other dollar pairs that look a lot clearer to me anyway than Euro as well. But yeah, Euro USD, this is messy. There's nothing really much to do with this one. If you want to get involved, again, shorts from up here, sell high, buy low. That's the best way to trade a range. Right now it's coming to around the 50% of the range, so this is definitely a no-go area in my books. 50% of the range is where you want to target, definitely not where you want to enter your trades here. So I wouldn't do anything right now for Euro USD. I wouldn't do anything. It's very, very messy, difficult to really make sense of this one. So yeah, Euro USD, I'd wait for the breakout, push higher, and then catch themselves from up there. Or if you don't want to wait for that, which might not happen, which is fair enough, see if we can come back to the highs of the range, and then you can look for some sells around the 1.004 mark and sell it back down to the lows of the range, which is around 0.992. Other than that, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything for Euro USD, to be fair. And yeah, sometimes the markets just won't present good opportunities, and at that point, you just got to move on to the next pair, or just wait, a day or two for price action to clear up. But Euro USD doesn't make any sense to me right now. Okay, I'll take a look at pound JPY and USD JPY. What was that question? Euro USD, nice short played out. Okay, so you catch the shorts from the high of the range, nice. Sahil looks more downside now or back to retracement. Yeah, it could retrace. It's at the 50% of the of the range there, so it's just a very speculative area in general. Like I said, I'm still very bearish on this one. So if it does retrace, I would expect it to eventually sell off again, so you can get back into some more sells. I would expect it to hit the lows of the range eventually as well, so you can target there. But at this 50% mark, anything can happen really. So I'm not going to speculate too much of what I think Euro USD is going to do next, because to be honest, I don't really have any speculation really. If you come up to these highs, that's a great place to short. Again, I wouldn't entertain the longs, because I would expect us to eventually break the range to the downside, so I wouldn't really entertain any longs there. But yeah, Euro USD for me, I expect that to continue down, but I would wait for market to retrace before looking for any entries if you're not already in the trade. But we'll get into pound yen. So yeah, pound yen's been difficult to trade. I was trading it not last week, the week before, I believe. Yeah, was it last week? I can't remember actually. I think no, it was the week before. Yeah, so it was 19th, so that was the week before. So yeah, I was trading it the week before, eventually did get stopped out and break even, and to be honest, I'm actually thankful I did, because if I was still in the trade, I'd just be in all of this nonsense right now. But yeah, pound JPY, like my weekly analysis said coming into the week, my main focus is to see what happens at this level here at 161 of 422. This is a very, very key level. You can see the market's respected it beautifully many times. These are just big fake outs. 1, 2. Actually, let me change the color of that. These are just big fake outs of that same level. And then again, you can see it's respecting it multiple times there as well. So your key level that you want to be looking at for pound yen is this level here at 161.324. I said coming into the week, if we can break through this, as well as this trend line here, I would fancy some shorts for this one back down to these swing lows here, back down to those swing lows at 159.462, and just see potentially another bearish swing, because on the higher time frames we are still consistently forming these lower swing highs. You can see the equal highs here, lower swing high, equal high to that high, but lower swing high relative to those prior highs, lower swing high, lower swing high, lower swing high. So you can see the market is slowly, pushing to the downside and actually just, pushing lower with the same support. So it's either the market's going to do one or two things. Either that support's going to snap and we're really going to tank to the downside, maybe back to some of these areas here on 56, or we're just going to see some strong bullish momentum out of nowhere, snap through this kind of trend line here and just see a huge explosion to the upside. Because what price is doing right now is just building up, and it's getting ready for a big explosion. Which direction I would favor to the downside because of the lower highs, the way that price is forming. Typically when you do see these patterns form, we have equal lows and lower highs going to the same area, normally you would expect the market to break the support and drop to the downside, but sometimes it will have a big explosion to the upside. But at this point I would expect it to break support, but we have to wait for it to break support first before we do anything. So yeah, if we can break through this, a retest of that would be nice, and then some sales to the downside, and you can push the trade how far you want to. You've got these lows here, got the lows there, and got these wick lows here you can look at. But yeah, I would wait for that support to break, catch the retest, and then we can see some nice shorts off the back of that. If not, I wouldn't do anything with pound yen because it's very, very messy. Okay, USD/JPY, Euro AUD, I'll get onto that one. No problem. Can you explain for the entry? I missed the session. Yeah, I did explain it earlier, so if you want me to go over it again, or if you didn't catch that, let me know. Much appreciated. Thank you, Poppy. Gold, sure thing, I'll take a look at gold. Yes, I am still buying CAD CHF. I am still buying CAD CHF. So yeah, pound JPY, that's what I got for that one. USD JPY, I'll get into this one now. Okay, USD JPY, wow. So still consolidation. We were talking about this one yesterday. We broke through this respective lower here on the hourly. So I was looking to see if we can hold that and continue to roll over, but we failed. We broke through that very, very strongly with that candle. I think there was news yesterday actually, because the market started going crazy. And to be fair, I don't really check the fundamentals. The bigger events, yes, interest rates, NFP, I do look out for, but the day-to-day fundamentals, I don't really look at, because from a swing perspective, there's always going to be news around. So it's just something that I just have to trade around with. Obviously, if there's news coming out, I try not to enter just before or just after. But in terms of just not trading because there's news, I trade anyway. Obviously, that's from a swing perspective. Day trading, you probably want to protect yourself a little bit. But I've generally got bigger stop losses, so I'm normally okay. Okay, so yeah, Wednesday today. Okay, so we had some inflation for euro, which explains some euro, why euro is acting up. Okay, we got CAD coming up later, 1:30. That I do need to pay attention to, because obviously I'm trading CAD CHF, and we do have some dollar coming up later. Aussie tomorrow, pound, and then NFP as well. Okay, so nothing too crazy, but a few announcements. Okay, so yeah, USD/JPY. Again, right now, consolidation, nothing to do here, nothing to do. I do expect those highs on the daily to be taken out pretty soon. So what is that? 139.392. I do expect those highs to be taking out. So if you really want to trade this, you can wait for a break and retest to the high of the range here at 138.900. Maybe drop to maybe the 30 or 50 minute and catch a breakout to the upside, because momentum is in your favor here. You can see prices breaking out of this consolidation with a lot of momentum, potentially breaking out with a lot of momentum as well. So momentum is in your favor. So you can catch and take advantage of these pips to the upside. If you can get the break and retest, 40, 50 pips to the upside into 139.392. And then after that, you want to be out of the trade really, because anything can happen after that. So yeah, USD price still looking bullish. I was looking for this one to retrace a little bit further to the downside. Hey, thank you so much, Camille. Much appreciated. So yeah, I was actually expecting price to retrace, come back and retest this consolidation and then go bullish. But it looks like the market's formed another consolidation. So maybe you can get a breakout and retest that one and then get the buys. Or we could still break out to the downside and retest this consolidation. But obviously we need to clear the low first of that range there, which you may or may not do. So yeah, with this one, was looking for the retracement, might not get that. If that's okay, you can still take advantage of the longs there to the upside. A lot less pips to catch, but if you're trading on the low time frames, 15 minute, you can probably still catch a decent risk to reward trade on the retest. So yeah, USJPY is still very, very bullish. 139.392. I'm expecting those highs to go probably this week if momentum continues. And then yeah, some more upside. It's very, very bullish. So there's no real shorts for this one at the moment. That is no real shorts. Okay, I'll take a look at ADNZD. Okay, I'll get into gold after that one. No problem. Happy to help. Hey Daoud, welcome to the stream. Excuse me. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Your AD, completely forgot to get that one. I'll get into that one, no problem. Gold, no worry, that is coming up now. AJ price short, no problem. Hey King C, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Hello Easy Money, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good as well. Hey, God bless you. God bless you too, Warty. God bless you too. Morning Big Bang, welcome to the stream. Where am I from? Actually from London. I'm from London. Well, I was born and raised in London, but my origin, if that's the correct word, half Nigerian, quarter Zambian, and quarter Polish. So do you have a little bit of a mixture in me? But yeah, where I'm from is London. Yeah, London, UK. Are you entering any live trades on the stream? Probably not. I'm already in 2 trades right now, so I'm not really eager to get into another one, to be honest. I'm just going to be managing my current trades. There's no real need for me to get into another trade and risk the profits that I already made. There's no real need for that. So if there's a good opportunity, yes, I'll probably will get in. I'm looking at AD CAD and potentially Euro JPY as well for some trades, but they need a little bit more time to develop first before I consider getting to any trades. So I don't think I'll enter a trade today. If I do, obviously I'll let you guys know on my Telegram. You can make sure you check that out in the description. I do post my setups there, my watch list as well, and videos that I do create. So if you want to check out that, feel free to go and do that. And yeah, make sure you guys like the video if you are enjoying it. Like target for today is 50 likes, so let's see if we can hit that. And yeah, subscribe as well if you haven't done it already. I do go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. UK time, UTC +1. But yeah, for gold, like I said earlier, everything is pointing to the downside. I'm still expecting this to drop a lot further. It looks like we might actually be taking out that support. So momentum is definitely strong here with the bears, but in terms of direction and targets for gold, still expecting a lot more downside for this guy. I'm expecting it to drop a lot further. 1676, expecting those lows to go out on the weekly. You can see all these equal lows here on the weekly. expecting these guys to be taking out eventually. So for gold, only really looking to short, not interested in longs whatsoever. Even a day trading standpoint as well, I wouldn't entertain any long ideas. I'm not saying that it won't work, but you're better off just waiting and saving your capital for some shorts, which probably will go a lot longer, and two, you've got the higher time frames and a lot of confluence on your side as well, so it's going to be a better trade quality all around. So yeah, for gold, expecting this one to go a lot further. 1713, we're trading at that level now, so I wouldn't short this. This is not a good area to short, even though it looks like potentially could be breaking through. This 4H candle still has 3 hours left to go. I wouldn't be surprised if we do pull back and close bullish and leave another wick below like we did over there as well. So do you have to be careful, but this is generally an area where buyers will be stepping into the market. So this is not an area that we want to sell at. If the buyers can push the price higher, then that'll be fantastic. Like I said earlier in the stream, we've got 1724. That'd be a great place to sell the market at. Retest that resistance. A lot of momentum came from that. Retest that, sell it back down. Or if we do see a lot of bullish momentum, again, 1740, fantastic place to short as well. You can see price tested it once. Price tested it once, big drop to the downside. Tested it twice, big drop to the downside. So if you get that third, expecting another big drop to the downside. And yeah, the higher time frame momentum's to win. So gold for me, more downside targets back down here, 1680, 1676, and any retracement you can find. Yeah, as long as it's a good trade, should be a nice move to catch. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. Adrian's I remember I said that, so I'll get onto that, no problem. Hey Phil, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing good. Big up, big up. ZM, is that Zambia as well? Big up if that's Zambia. Please check NSD CAD, sure thing CP, no problem. Bro, I had the opportunity to meet a market maker and pick his brain. It's crazy how the market works. Oh, okay, wicked. What was the most interesting thing you learned, King City? What was the most interesting thing you found out? Trading for 1.5 years but doesn't get consistency. I don't know how long it takes. Any advice for me? Yeah, I mean, if you've been trading for, excuse me, if you've been trading, wow, gold is really pushing, by the way. If you've been trading for 1.5 years, at that point, it's not really to do with your technical knowledge, because I pretty much bet that you have the technical knowledge to trade consistency, trade the market consistently and trade it well. At this point, at 1.5 years, if you're still finding trouble, it's because you've probably developed some bad habits that is inhibiting your ability to trade well. So I don't know if those bad habits are going to be to do with emotions, fear, and greed. Thank you so much, AJ, for subscribing. I don't know if those bad habits are to do with fear and greed. I don't know if it's a bad routine. I don't know if it's you're not consistently following a plan. It could be trading pairs that you didn't plan to trade. Might not be consistently taking the same type of trades. There's so many reasons why you're not seeing the results you want to see, but because you've been doing this for 1.5 years, you've definitely developed some bad habits that you might not even realize yet. So you might need to do some, analysis of yourself rather than analyzing the markets, and see what habits you've got going on and see what should actually serve you and which actually inhibit you. And most likely it's going to be a lot of bad habits. And once you get them away and start to put some good habits in there, the results you want will come, because the technicals is not rocket science. A lot of good technical analysis you can see online. For example, my streams right now, basically how I'm analyzing the market is how I analyze the market. I don't do anything special outside the streams. So in terms of technicals, all I'm using multi-time frame analysis, support and resistance, candlestick patterns, and market structure. So it's nothing crazy. Obviously, there's a million different ways to trade, a million different ways. So you don't have to trade like me. But yeah, after 1.5 years, it's definitely some bad habits that are probably stopping you. So you need to find out which habits those are, and see if you can overcome those. But yeah, ADNSD CAD will get onto, no problem. AD CAD short, I think it was a bit early on my entry. Yeah, I'll take a look at AD CAD. I'm actually looking to short AD CAD as well. But yeah, I'm waiting for an entry for that one, which I haven't quite got yet. Plus, I'm really trading at AD pair, so I may give it a pass. But if I get a good entry and things look good, I'll probably just enter anyway, because I've already got 2 risk-free trades, so I wouldn't mind entering a third. Okay, so yeah, I'll take a look at ADNSD, NSD CAD, and AUD CAD. How have you been? You've been trading, Miko? Yeah, hi, Johnson. I was about to say your first name, but I think I would butcher it, so I just stick with Johnson. Yeah, I've been good. I can't remember the last time you were on my stream, but yeah, trading's been decent. It's been a lot better. Lot later stages of this month. Earlier month wasn't the best, but it's gotten better as the month has gone on. And yeah, catching some nice trades. I've had quite a lot of break evens, to be fair. Pound CAD, pound yen, USD CAD at one point. That's the trades I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I've had a lot of break evens, unfortunately. Seen some nice profit, but come back against me. But to be fair, it's never just a break even. It's I do take partial, so there's small wins, but it's just not full TP. So yeah, I'll go take a look at those pairs now before I forget. Okay, so where is ADNZD? There you are. So yeah, definitely don't like this pair, but I'll analyze it for you guys. Share my bias. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually traded this one. So okay, so yeah, ADNSD is at a very nice area, on the monthly time frame. So generally speaking, we don't have to see anything crazy from here. We could see something crazy, but all we're trying to do from this area is just take advantage of the reaction from the level, not necessarily the direction, just the reaction from this level, because 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, we'll probably see a reaction from this level, maybe something like this, maybe a bearish monthly candle. Price might still go and break through it if it wants to, but we can definitely take advantage of that reaction from that level. So I wouldn't really be looking for buys anymore for ADNZD. Sells would be what I'd be looking for. Again, short-term sells, nothing too crazy, because the trend is still very bullish at this point. I did say last time I looked at ADNSD, if we can snap back below this level here, so if we go back to the daily quickly, we've got this daily resistance here, form the high over there, form that high, price is broken through, potentially could retest and potentially could go higher. So for the shorts that I would look for would be if we can get back below this, retest that resistance and see a drop back down to the low of the channel. That would be a nice high probability trade there. And yeah, probably exit the trade completely at that low of the channel. Or if you want to push the trade, if we can see a breakout, you might see price trade back down to some of these lows. But again, you have to trade it that far if you don't want to. But yeah, so it's a nice little level there I would be looking at. If you can get back below that, retest that, that'll be a nice little short there, and targets to the low of that channel there. And potentially if you can break through, you can go further. But yeah, in this area, price is still quite bullish. We could tap into this and go bullish. So if you are looking for buys, this is where I would entertain buys. If you can see another retest of that, maybe a double bottom. If you're looking for sells, I would wait for that to break. Shows that the bears are coming back into the market. Catch the next lower high, maybe a break and retest of this 4H level there as well. And you can catch some nice shorts to the downside of that channel. But yeah, that's the only way I'll look to short the pair. And at that point, we've got the monthly reaction we're looking for as well. So yeah, ADNSD get back below 1.117, and then yeah, shorts back down to the low of the channel. NSD CAD, we'll get into that one right away. Okay, so yeah, NSD CAD, this one has been very choppy, but High time frames make a lot of sense. You can see the lower highs there, very, very prominent. As you can see, nice lower highs there, one there, basically equal high, but still lower than the prior highs. And the market has climbed a lot lower. So I did say for this one, coming into the week on my weekly analysis, that if we could push up into this level or even into this resistance, that'd be a great place to short. Obviously, have not made it that far into that level, but we are respecting this level here. So basically, as you can see here, if I zoom in, nice support there, was resistance many times here, was support again, use that to the upside, and our price is back below again. So this 0.80400 level is a very, very key level for NZD CAD, and now that's flipped as resistance. We can use that to our advantage and just ride this bearish momentum to the downside. So I'm expecting price potentially going to take out those lows, but at least come back and revisit, these bodies down here at 0.79453. So yeah, NZD CAD for me, shorts looking like the best bet. If I go in the 4H time frame, you can see we kind of do have the channel forming here, which we did break through, but I'm expecting price to roll back over, really, to be fair. So there's two ways you can trade this. You can look to get in around about now. That's a really nice entry signal there. That was a nice entry signal, but that was during the Asian session. So this is a nice entry signal there. Or if you want to get really nitpicky about it, we do have this 4H local level of support here. If we can break through that, retest that, then we can catch some shorts there to the downside. And again, targets can be that relative low there at 0.79, and then we can look at 0.79700, sorry. Then we can look at 0.79400 down there, and you can look for a break and retest of that support. So it depends how you want to trade it. If you want to trade it up here, your stop loss has got to be at least above this wick here to give yourself some room to work with. But if you want to wait and maybe catch an entry on the smaller time frames, 1 hour, 30 minute or whatever, you can look for a break and retest of this support here, catch a little trade like that. You can trade it back down to these lows, or if you want to, back down to the daily and the weekly lows down here as well. So yeah, NZD CAD short bias, respecting a very key level down the daily at 0.804. So for this one, expecting more downside, really. Nothing more complicated than that for NZD CAD. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take a look at AUD CAD again, because that is paying on my watch list and I'm looking to trade it. Nasdaq US 30, sure thing. Aaron will have a little look. See, all my trades go red before they go green. It makes me nervous. Yeah, I mean, again, that's just a part of the game. Again, depends with the way you trade, really, because some people, they can set limit orders and it goes in the green pretty quickly. Some people, they go red a lot. It's just all about how you trade, really, in your entries. But if you understand that a lot of your trades go red before they go green, you can either adapt to that and potentially enter slightly lower down so you can maximize your risk to reward. So for example, if you buy like so, and say your stop loss is there, and then you get into a trade and price starts to go down, and most of the time this happens before it does go green, then potentially you can look to set some orders slightly below where you enter, maybe 50% below. This way, your risk to reward goes from a 2.71 to a 7 to 1, which is a huge 1 to 7 actually, which is a huge jump in risk to reward. So if most of your trades go into the red before green, and when I mean most, I mean like 70-75%, you can just change that about your trading. Obviously back test that first, don't go and just do it live. But yeah, that small change there can have a big change on your psychology, because at that point it's going to change and stop a lot of trades going negative before they go green, and also it will pretty much double or if not triple your risk to reward as well. So yeah, and look into that potentially if a lot they go red, but at the same time as well, there always will be trades that go red before they go green. Like for example, my AUD trade, it did go red before it went green. If I zoom out, you can see this was actually around about 40%, I would say. yeah, 30-40% in drawdown there before it actually flipped bearish, and then we actually saw the momentum come through. So that was in the red before as well for me as well, but that's just a part of trading. I know that, you know, my stop loss is above this area here, so the market can do whatever it likes in here and still head in my direction. So I'm not really too bothered about this area. And after all, it's just a trade. As long as your risk management is good, you know, you should be fine in the long run. But yeah, AUD CAD. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll take a look at AUD no problem. Okay, so AUD looking, AUD CAD, sorry, looking very, very good indeed. So yeah, it looks like we're coming back below this level here, 0.899, which is good. This is what I want to see. We had one drive, second drive, third drive. Now, if we can come back below this level here, give us another push to the downside, another pullback, give me the fourth lower high in respect to these highs here, something like that, and then that's where I'll get into my shorts, take advantage of this range here back down to the lows. So that'll be the first target here, and then second and third and fourth, depends how far I want to push the trade. I really do see the market coming all the way back down here. So again, probably won't target there for the trade. Probably catch some nice sells into these lows, maybe even like this low here or something like that. So I probably won't push it all the way down to those lows, but that's where I do see the market heading. So shorts basically until we get there. But yeah, AUD CAD looks good. I mean, it's still holding the main level that I've been talking about, which is this 0.902 level, and I imagine that's probably where you went short from, this level here this morning. So yeah, it looks like a pretty good trade there. Obviously we're coming to some support, some resistance turn support, so you do want to see the market get back below this level, ideally a nice 4H close below that level, get us back into this range here, shows that the bears are coming strong. But yeah, it looks good trade. As long as your stop loss is above, you know, this level, above those wicks, you're giving yourself enough room. You just got to see what happens. But in terms of higher time frames and how everything's looking, AUD CAD is looking very, very good indeed for some shorts. So yeah, I wonder where your targets are, how far you're looking to push the trade. But yeah, if I can get that break and retest and that fourth lower high that I'm talking about, I'll be looking to join you in those AUD CAD sales. But yeah, if I don't get anything like that, I'm not too bothered really, because I'm really trading AUD/USD. It's the similar trade, you know, both AUD pairs, both Aussie. Thank you so much, Hubert, for subscribing. Both Aussie pairs, so I'm not really too bothered about getting to another Aussie pair, because it's probably gonna do the exact same thing really. Okay, so yeah, I'll go and take a look at AUD/JPY, and then I'll go into Nasdaq and US30. How do the trading days they use? Wednesday there's a reverse day. He says Fridays when the banks buy the market, because that's when most traders exit their positions. Oh, okay, I had no idea. I was aware of that midweek reversal. I haven't really looked into it, to be fair, into my trading really. But I've heard people talk about like a midweek reversal, so that makes sense for Wednesday for that to be the reversal day. And that's today, Wednesday. But yeah, that because a lot of people don't like trading Fridays, and I've always wondered why. A lot of people tend to, you know, if they've had a good week, just not trade Fridays, and sometimes even if they have not had a good week, they just miss out Friday, because Friday their win rate is a little bit lower. So a lot of people don't trade Fridays, which is interesting, and Mondays as well. Sometimes some people do miss out Mondays. Okay, where's AUD/JPY? Okay, there you are. Couldn't see you for a second. Okay, so yeah, AUD/JPY. So yeah, this one was interesting because during the stream yesterday, it looked like we were going to get the breakout above this resistance. So I said, as long as we can stay above this level, expecting us to trade back into those highs there at 96.868. So basically, very, very strong level of resistance running through the market around the 95.362 mark. As you can see, beautiful level of resistance. And last time we broke through the resistance, we formed those highs at 96,868. So the chances are, if we break through again, we will get back to those highs. But we do need to see the market stay above that level. You can see we did close back below, so that again was a false breakout. So if we can see another daily candle closure above, a retest, then we've got a good odds of working our way back to those highs, maybe even higher as well. But as of right now, we're still stuck at that resistance. And essentially, if we don't break above, we could actually fall. We could actually take a big dive, because this is definitely a strong level that could start a reversal potentially. So yeah, with ADJPY right now, price is kind of squeezing in this kind of channel here between that trend line and those equal lows, those higher lows, sorry, and that key resistance on the daily. So it depends which one's going to give. If we break through the trend line, we might see that resistance hold, look for a lower high somewhere, and then yeah, catch the shorts to the downside. And at that point, we could see a really big rollover. If not, and we break above the level, we can look for break and retest and buy this to the upside into 96,868. So yeah, ADJPY, this can go both ways. I'm not really, going to speculate which one, because either one can happen. It doesn't really matter which way I speculate, because if we get the break to the upside, we'll look for the buys. If we get the break to the downside, we'll look for the sells. So yeah, ADJPY, if we do get the break to the downside, try and make sure you wait for a break of this support as well, and then you can catch a break and retest of that support, and then yeah, look for your sells like so. But if we do make our way above the daily level, start throwing some wicks to the downside, then the reverse, the buys will look just as good as well. So yeah, really nice opportunity on the ADJPY, back up to 96,868 if we can break through that resistance. If not, break the support, then we could be seeing potentially move back down into this key area, because to be fair, we do have a bit of a range here for ADJPY. This support here, we tested it 1, 2, 3 times, and the resistance 1, 2, 3 times, and fourth if you want to count that high over there. So we are in a bit of a range, and we could just see another bearish swing back down to 92. So yeah, if we snap through that support, 92 is looking like a good place to short to. Or again, you got these lows to look at, those lows, those lows. So again, don't have to push the trader all the way to 92, but there's many places where you can also target as well. But if we don't, we've also got 96,868 to work with. So 2 good opportunities there for ADJPY, but just need price to give you some confirmation of which way we're going to go. If you're looking to sell, that is fine. That is completely fine. But like I said, I'd wait for price to break through this support first, because the price is still aggressively holding on to this area, consistently making higher lows. And it doesn't make too much sense to short directly into that, even though we are trading at a strong resistance. You could do and anticipate the breakout, or you can just wait for the break and retest. Obviously, this break and retest will be a much safer trade. If you take a short right now, it's slightly bit more risky, but if you're happy with that risk, then that's completely fine. And that's up to you, of course. Full H, I see head and shoulders for a sell. Okay, so yeah, I see the head and shoulders you're talking about. The left shoulder here, head, potential right shoulder. So yeah, it's the exact same thing as I said. Just wait for the break of that support, and I'll confirm to you that the sells are going to be looking good. You can short now, which is at the key level, but it's always going to be a tad bit more riskier than if you wait for the support to break. And again, in terms of pips of where I think this can go, we still got close to 300 pips to the downside. So you don't need to catch right at the top of where the market could reverse. You don't have to catch the top. You can catch somewhere around here and still get 200 plus pips. So bear that in mind. But yeah, it's a great place. Just wait for that break. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. Hey, what's up, SMC Fredo? welcome. Hope you guys are good. Nasdaq and US 30. I'll get into that. Completely forgot, my bad. Euro pound. Any nice sell? Okay, I'll take a look at Euro pound. Good morning, Abdul. Welcome to the stream. Euro AD. I keep forgetting now. I'll get into that. No problem. Would you say you're a retail trader or SMC? Retail trader is basically what we all are. SMC traders are retail traders as well. Obviously, they don't trade generic retail concepts like support and resistance and stuff like that, but they're still retail traders. Like, they're not, not something above retail traders. They might trade concepts that go against what retail traders do, but they are still technically retail traders as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm a retail trader. I don't trade, with an institution or something like that. So yeah. But yeah, I'll take a look at Euro AUD because I have said that for a while. I'll move on to NAS US 30 and Euro Pound as well. No problemo. Okay, so Euro AUD. So yeah, Euro AUD. Again, been quite bearish in this one quite some time, and I still see more downside for this guy. I'm actually looking at us coming back down to these areas of support, which is around the 1.4 mark. So I'm actually looking at this tanking a lot further still, back into a huge psychological level of 1.4. Again, long-term analysis is something to have in the back of your mind. Don't necessarily have to trade it to 1.4 because that's still pretty long way. We're looking at about 600 pips there. So just bear that in mind. But right now, the market could still have a big move to the upside. I'm actually personally looking to see if Euro AUD can come back and retest this structure here at 1.48. See some upside there from the next lower high, like major high from these highs up here, and then have the big collapse. If I do whip out the old Fibonacci, we do have the 50% around there. So if you're going to push back into the 50, maybe even 0.618, that would be nice. And from there, you can see that higher time frame move play out. But yeah, as of right now, Euro AUD is still moving in this structure here, coming into that trend line. I did say some shorts would be looking good for Euro AUD yesterday. However, the level I was talking about didn't hold, which was this level here as well, and also catching a break and retest on that area. You can see you didn't really get a confirmation. Price just broke straight through anyway. That's what happens a lot of the time. When we look at some levels to trade from and you don't get any confirmation, it's just a sign that price was just never going to respect that level anyway. But yeah, Euro AUD, I would say some sells would look good, but I want us to get back underneath this level here, 1.45, and we can just stay in tune with all of these lower highs, as you can see, because the market's been consistently placing lower high after lower high after lower high ever since July, really. So there's no real need to be looking for buys until that structure is broken. But we are trading above this level of support, so obviously you don't really want to sell it into that. If you can get back below this, we can treat that as a bit of a fake out there to the upside, retest that structure, and then yeah, catch some sales to the downside. Something like that would make the most sense for Euro AUD. And we can look for a push back down to 1.43, but you do want to see price break and retest that level there and catch some sales. But yeah, the lower highs are being intact there, so there's no real need to be anticipating any reversal here. Wait for price to break structure, and then you can find the buys. And if we do push up anyway, sells again from 1.48, 1.485 do look good as well. So like I said, long term I still see this one going down. See if we catch a nice break and retest there, or we have a deeper retracement, form a major lower high, and then we tank to the downside as well. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking at for Euro AUD. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, so we're going to take a look at indices. Like I said, US 30 still looking bearish for this one. You can see nice little break and retest there. I wouldn't enter now because price is coming into this area here, which is an area where buyers might be stepping in. You can see a lot of wicks into this area, a couple of wicks over there, a few wicks over here. Not a good area to be placing trades into. If you did enter a trade up here, that would have been great. You can write it down, take some partials now, maybe see if price can have a breakout. If we do push back up again, that'd be a great place to look to sell and jump back in. Again, same thing, take some partials around there just to protect your trade. Or if we do push a little bit higher, we do have this swing high from yesterday. That also will be a great place to look to sell from and ride this momentum to the downside. Because like I said, I still do think US 30 and all the other indices for that matter do have a pretty long way down, to be fair, back down to these areas here. So yeah, only shorts I would be looking at for the foreseeable future. And any retracements, pullbacks we can find, shorts will be looking good. Obviously, you have to wait for your confirmations. But yeah, US 30, if you can see some upside to 32K or 32,331, one of those two areas would be a nice place to short. And yeah, just take advantage of that momentum to the downside. But here is a no-go. Don't be looking for shorts around this level here. Wait for price to see some upside, then you can find some shorts. Okay, so yeah, US 30, US 100, again, same thing as well. Let me see where we're trading on the daily chart. To be fair, we're not quite in that area of interest, so I do think we can see price come down a little bit further, going to test this 12,200 mark. This is why I said that we might see that first big snap to the upside for this one yesterday. So for this one, still expecting more downside. In fact, have a nice little resistance here, which I did miss yesterday. Would have been some good shorts off of that 12,560. So if the market can come back and revisit that, that'll be a nice place for some shorts and trade to the downside. Also, this low here as well. That was the last low, gives a nice push to the upside. If you can come back and respect that around 12,478, that'll be a nice little place to short from as well. So yeah, two areas to look to short from for this one. 12,560 up there, catch some shorts, anticipating another lower high, or if we can come and retest this structure here, which we just about missed there, so we might come back in again, retest that structure, and then see some downside. But yeah, 12,200 is where I see the market going next. So for this one, looking for that next lower high, and yeah, shorting to the downside. And that reminds me that I do have a video that I will be posting on Friday about trading pullbacks and trading retracements and how to take advantage of retracement, because sometimes people don't know when the retracement is going to be over, when to get in, when to get out early. So I will be going over how I trade retracements and pullbacks in the market. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that video. That video will be out on Friday. But yeah, this one's looking good for some more shorts. Hey, thank you so much, Smile. Welcome to the stream and the fan. Yeah, guys, hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream as well. If you're new here, I do stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. UK time, UTC +1. So if you are enjoying the stream, I will be live again tomorrow. So make sure you are there. And yeah, 50 likes is the like target for the video. So let's see if we can smash that. Okay. Euro USD and the USD, of course, gamer channel, no problem. I meant, do you follow retail strategies or SMC? My fault. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I trade normal retail strategies, so support, resistance, market structure, multi-time frame analysis, candlestick patterns. Yeah, that's how I trade. I mean, you can probably tell from my analysis and the way I analyze the market how I trade. But yeah, I don't really look at supply and demand. Not really. I do use some liquidity concepts in my trading, but it's more just fake outs really is how I interpret liquidity really. If there's a level and the market has a fake out of that level, a false breakout, that for me is just price grabbing liquidity and getting ready to move in the opposite direction. So yeah, I don't really look at any SMC. I've never really learned any, to be fair. So yeah, just multi-time frame analysis, support, resistance, market structure, and candlestick patterns. Those are like the four key pillars of my trading. Okay, I'll take a look at Euro Pound. I did say I would. Hey, thank you so much, Poppy. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'll take a look at Euro USD and NZD USD as well. I passed my 5K challenge, which I'm proud of, but I still don't know what sort of trader I am. I dabble between scalping and day trading. I can't pick which strategy. Any advice? I mean, the advice would be just pick one. It's not the end or anything. Like, you can trade day trading, for the next year. maybe get bored of it, or you want to change it and then go back to scalping. You don't have to necessarily be, okay, I'm going to be a day trader for the rest of my life. I'm a swing trader here. I could, change into day trading in a year's time. I might change my strategies. A lot of things change, people change. So just pick one that suits your personality and suits a routine that works best for you. Because scalping, you're on the charts certain period of time, really deep into the market, and then once that period of session is done, you're out of there. Similar to day trading as well, but day trading, you can kind of be in and out through the day, maybe London session, New York as well, or scalping, maybe like a set hour or two, and then you're done. So whatever kind of trading style fits your routine that works best for you with the things going in your life right now, that's probably the style that you want to choose. And also whichever you find the most enjoyable, or whichever makes the most sense to you, or you have the better results in, just choose that one and then build a routine about it. Because it's not about doing everything and everything. It's about having a good routine with a good trading system that you understand and that you can implement day in, day out. Once you know which one that is, it's not really more than that. And then further down the line, like I said, you can look to change back to scalping or back to day trading, or even try swing trading if you want to. So it's not a huge commitment, but you do want to commit to one. At least give yourself 6 months to a year to redevelop it. Yep, I will take a look at Entity USD, Craig, no problem. Hey Anthony, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, my guy? As you can see, gold is respecting our setup, but it looks like we're coming into some support zone to give gold some fresh air before we get the big break to bleed downside. 100%, I agree with that one, Anthony. I'm looking at gold taking a big dive as well. We are coming to some support, yes, so probably see some buyers come in, maybe some sellers will be taking some profit around here, so we could see a bit of a relief. But I do think we're going to be taking out these lows here on the weekly big time, these weekly equal lows here. I do think they're going to be taken out 1676. So I'm expecting gold to eventually take those out. So I see a lot more downside, but yes, we might see a bounce. This is the weekly time frame. You could see maybe another bearish candle, maybe a bullish candle on the weekly, and then maybe some dojis and then the breakout. So still a long way to go before we get the breakout. I'm not expecting to happen overnight. But yeah, we probably will see a bounce, but again, that bounce is just going to be a good opportunity to add more positions on if you're looking to sell it or get back involved. Because in terms of confluence, in terms of multi-time frame analysis, everything is pointing to the downside with gold, really. So yes, it is coming to a great area to buy, but just be aware those buys most likely will be short-lived. So even if you do get into some buys coming into this area, because it is a strong level of support, obviously I'm not blind. I can see that's a very strong level of support, so there will probably be a nice bounce to the upside for gold. But like I said, that will be a great opportunity to catch some sells, maybe take advantage of those buys if you want to, and then get back into the market. And then I'm expecting this to have that breakout eventually. So yeah, you're right, a lot more downside to go, but we might see a bounce, which personally for me, if I'm looking to trade gold, I should be looking to sell those rallies. Hey, thank you so much, Anthony. Yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please be sure to hit the like button. All of that will be appreciated. What should you do some marketing with Nick? Great stuff. Keep up. Yeah, I will be live. I will be going live with Nick and his team at A1 Trading every Friday. So if you guys want to see analysis on Friday as well, because on my channel here, I go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If you do want to see some more analysis from me, if you can't get enough of it, I will be live with them regularly on Fridays as well at around 3 p.m. UK time, UTC +1, which is around I think 10 a.m. Eastern time in the US. So yeah, we'll be regularly going live with them on Fridays. Yeah, AUC was good. It was good. I still think there's a long way to go for AUSD. So if anyone's still holding that trade, I'm still holding it as well. still looking at 0.68. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm still looking at 0.68 and potentially these lows as well. I might leave 20% to run if things are looking good, but I still think there's a lot more to go with AUSD. CAD CHF, okay, CAD CHF, I see you. It's looking good. If we can get a nice 4H close above that level, that'll be beautiful. But yeah, I do need to see a 4H close. We've closed slightly above in the hourly, but it doesn't really make too much difference because you can see the 4H wicked above and pull back. So I want to see 4H. I want to see the 4H close above, and then we can have a second attempt at the breakout. Because we did close above yesterday, but you can see it was false. So if we can get another one, potentially that could be the breakout. And again, looking at pushing the trade there. I do have a second target around 0.75. So we'll secure some more profit around this area here. But the real targets I'll be holding on to is 0.75, 500 up there. So yeah, two trades looking good at, to be fair. Now I'll be looking at 80 CAD shorts. Nice. If we can get nice close underneath that on the 4H, I'll be looking for a retest of this level, hourly shorts, and I'll look to enter those. USD CAD, I didn't get into USD CAD. I've been talking about USD CAD for so long, and I actually did get into USD CAD trade back over here, but it was just too early. I entered here with stop loss underneath that zone. So yeah, I did see some nice profit, but I didn't go to break even because it didn't hit my first target, which was this relative high here. And it did end up in a loss, but you can see that the direction and where I expecting price to go was correct. I just entered the trade too early. I didn't manage to get a trade entry here. I was looking for an entry, but then this is when the news happened, a big bullish candle. I didn't really want to enter off the back of news. I was looking for the retracement, which did happen, but it just didn't hit my area of interest. This is where I was looking to go long from and take some buys off this level. And you can see we came pretty close, and suddenly, boom, we started flying. And again, I'm not too worried because I was looking at AUSD as well at the time, and you know, they're both dollar pairs. And at the end of the day, all I'm looking to do is take advantage of dollar strength. So I'm doing that with AUSD, so I don't need to do it with USD CAD as well. So I'm not too bothered about entering both of those trades. But USD CAD, I'm still expecting this one to go a lot further as well, back to these swing highs. And like I've been saying, 1.33, 1.34, potentially 1.35 as well. So I'm expecting USD CAD to start flying. And we've also broken through this 1.30500 resistance as well, which is huge. So if you can pull back, get a retest of this level, that'd be a great place for some longs. And yeah, and take advantage of the next bullish swing for USD CAD. But yeah, I'm expecting these highs to evaporate. To be taken out, I should say, evaporate. It's a bit mad. So yeah, expecting more upside for those pairs, but not trading USD CAD. But yeah, I'm already taking advantage of dollar strength anyway, so not too bothered about that. Really, but yeah, I'll take a look at NZD USD because a couple of people have asked about that one. So yeah, NZD USD similar to AUD USD. We're looking at this one at the same time yesterday. I said to you guys, you can short NZD USD, you can short AUD. It's pretty much the same trade. The reason why I was looking at AUD is because there was a lot more pips to catch with AU. NZD USD were almost trading at these lows here. It's not too far, whereas AUD, you know, we still got a long way to go before we hit these lows. So that's why I preferred selling AUD, just because the risk to reward is greater. But yeah, NZD similar analysis to AUD in terms of we kind of got this head and shoulder, if you will, left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder here. So it's not the most orthodox pattern in the world, but it's the same concept of price making a higher high, and then making a lower high and breaking structure. We had a beautiful retest of this support here, which also lines up with this broken support there, retest, and now we're just seeing the downside momentum continue. And I'm expecting these lows at 0.606 to be taken out. And yeah, I'm expecting a lot more downside from that now for NZD USD. So yeah, with this one, there was some nice entries yesterday on the retest of this support here. I did say either short from this level or wait for price to retest the daily level again and then short. We test that level beautifully there. Not the best entry signal. You could have entered after this candle here, but again, you're quite far from your entry. AUSD gave a much better entry, but again, looks like another head and shoulder pattern. I'm seeing a lot of these in the market recently. Higher high, lower high, simple pattern working beautifully. So again, with this one, breaking retest shorts of this level, or you got that relative high up there. Thank you so much, Asan. I think I said that correctly, or I probably didn't, but anyway, thank you so much for subscribing. If I have butchered your name, guys, I do apologize. I am trying my best. But yeah, these are the two levels of interest that I would have for NZD now. Breaking retest of that low, great shorts there, ride it to the downside. Or if we pull back up to here, 0.615, great shorts from there, ride it to the downside. And yeah, the wick lows is where I would target, just to make sure that risk reward is looking good. These lows here, I'm expecting price to take out. So, those could be your targets. We are trading into the support area. So yeah, that's the kind of only red flag for NZD/USD shorts really, because we are coming into these respective daily lows here. But if the trend's going to continue, we've got 70-75% chance that we'll see some new highs or new lows if the trend continues. So I would expect this wick here to go. So yeah, NZD/USD, if you're looking at trading this one, breaking retest of this level here, stop loss above the zone, or breaking retest of that level, stop loss above the zone. And yeah, targets at 0.60617 looks pretty good, in my opinion. You see the market's making consistent lower highs as well, which is always good to see if you're looking to short. Okay, I'm trying to catch up where I am. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Have you thought about putting a YouTube membership in place, $5 for green name and some emojis or emotes? Yes, I have actually. I probably will actually get a membership going, to be fair. I probably will do that. I just need to find out, what extra content I should do. But yeah, I probably will get that going at some point, to be fair. And if people are interested in that, then yeah, 100% I'll get that going. Please, do you upload your live trading videos on your YouTube channel? Do you mean this live stream? Yeah, the live streams are on my YouTube channel. If you just go in my videos and then click the live little tab there, it will have all my live streams for the past 2 years actually. So yeah, it's been quite a lot of live streams, to be fair. But yeah, this live stream here will be up on the channel maybe an hour or two, or straight away. I can't remember how long it takes to get uploaded on YouTube. But yeah, it's on my channel. UD, please. Trading is all about money. Even the so-called SMC concept traders lose money in this market. Miko is the goat in the game. Please don't change your strategy. Much appreciated, UD. Much appreciated. But yeah, it is, to be fair. I mean, that's why risk management, money management is very, very important. Because at the end of the day, you're trading to make money. You're not trading to get a crazy trade. You're not trading to look good in the markets. You're not trading so you can be right all the time. You're not trading because of that. You're trading because you want to make a good income. And that's the reason. If you're trading for any other reason, then you're not, I don't know, to be fair. I mean, I suppose if you already got a lot of money, then you're just trading for because you want to, then fair enough. But 9 times out of 10, everyone's trading because they want to make money from the markets. At the end of the day, to make money, you just need to find a strategy that you can follow, that you understand. Pretty much every strategy is profitable at the end of the day, even support and resistance. And I know a lot of people bash support and resistance. They say, oh, you can't trade simple support and resistance. But at the end of the day, they personally probably overcomplicate their own trading. They probably are profitable as well, but if you understand support and resistance to a good level, support and resistance is a great tool to trade with. So yeah, every strategy is profitable really. If you test it out 50, 100 times, it probably will be profitable. All you need is the consistency, the mindset, and the risk management to see it out. and then after 50, 100 trades, you should be in the green. I work on building sites and I don't always have the time to go on my phone constantly, so day trading is the way to go. Appreciate the advice. Yeah, no problem. Exactly. Other people got different commitments in their life, so you always have to adapt, around that. Some people, got families, some people, got XYZ. So there's a lot of things going in people's life and they can't always be out in the markets, and that's completely, fair enough. So you just got to work your way around that. AUSD short is doing well. Yeah, AUSD is looking pretty good. Hopefully we can see some more momentum. Like I said, DXY, I see this one going higher and higher. I did give out a bold call for DXY, 120 back over here actually. Go to the 3-month chart. I actually gave out the call to 120. This was just purely off of technicals anyway. It's not any fundamental analysis or knowledge. My fundamentals are not very good, so this is all technicals. And the reason why I said 120 is looking at the structure of the DXY. You can see how DXY has been trading ever since 1970s. You can see we've been in this channel for quite some time. What the market does, it stays in this channel, has a big explosion, and it comes has a big explosion like so, and then comes straight back inside the channel and does that same pattern. Big explosion, straight back inside the channel and does the same pattern. Now this is where things have changed. We haven't had a big explosion. Price before has really rocked it to the upside twice. Now price has actually broke to the upside and actually found support. It's actually found support, which is the first time price has done that since it's had this big breakout. You can see previously when it had its breakouts, it just goes up and comes back down, goes up, comes back down. This time the market actually found support. It actually respected the double bottom and it's actually broken through these highs. So now we're actually creating structure here after this trend line break. So this tells me that this breakout is different from this breakout and this breakout, and most likely we will head back to these highs here at 120. So I actually can see a lot more upside for the DXY and test those highs. And from a fundamental standpoint as well, if a lot of people, start to, liquidate their assets in crypto, in gold, in stocks, in whatever, a lot of people are going to be having a lot of cash because they're going to need cash in a big recession if that's going to happen. What kind of is already happening, but a lot of people are going to need a lot of cash. So that gives a good reason why dollar could see a lot of strength. Typically, if you look at a lot of markets, if you go back to 2008, indices, gold, Euro USD, Pound USD, AID USD, commodities, all of them were down, and DXY was quite strong. So, dollar was quite strong compared to them. So I do think we can actually reach 120. So that's why I'm saying that I can see a lot more upside for dollar. And again, don't underestimate the shorts. The shorts will definitely be there. We'll catch some nice sells as well. But long term, everything is still looking quite bullish for this guy. But yeah, we'll take a look at Euro Pound, no problem. Morning, Jason. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Like, I am an SMC concept trader, but I do get a lot of gains from watching Miko's analysis spot on and using analysis to confirm what I see in the corporate retail concept with my style. Hey, much appreciated. Again, everyone, like I said, all strategies are profitable. Again, a lot of people hate on other people's strategies, and I have no idea why. Just trade your strategy. There's no reason to hate on anyone else's strategy. I mean, what's the point in that? So yeah, I mean, I analyze the market the way I've learned and taught myself. SMC concept, I don't really know much about it, so you can't really ask me. But yeah, I mean, I trade the way I trade. A lot of my swing calls do pretty well, and yeah, swing trading is what I'm best at. I did start doing day trading, but I found out my calling was was high time frames. Slowing it down and using a high time frame structure to call swings. My ADUSD shorts doing well. Okay, I'll get into Euro Pound. What lot size do you place? Again, lot sizes, it differs. I've done a risk management video on lot sizes, but my lot size is different. It just depends because I trade a wide range of pairs and I also have a wide range of stop losses. So sometimes my lot size could double, sometimes even triple, depending on the pairs I'm trading. Like when I'm trading gold versus Euro USD, if gold I have a 50 pip stop loss in gold, my lot size is going to be it's going to be a big difference to 50 pips on Euro USD. And sometimes my lot size is, my stop loss is 20 pips, sometimes it's 100 pips. So my lot size has to be 5 times smaller, than it was on the 20 pips. So it changes from time to time, which is why I always use a pip calculator before I take a trade. Around 5 minutes before, I tend to just enter the stop loss size in, lot size and what pair I'm trading, and calculate it before I take a trade. So for me, I always use a pip calculator tool. I know some people that have set stop losses and set lot sizes. So whatever happens, it's always gonna be a 20 pip stop loss. They're always gonna take X amount of lots on their trade, which is fair enough. But the way I trade, things change all the time. I don't have a consistent lot size. And some people can see, it's a little bit annoying to change your lot size every time you trade. But to be fair, I've gotten to a habit, so it doesn't really bother me, to be fair. But we'll take a look at Euro Pound. Can you look at Euro USD? Yeah, sure, no problem. Hey, thank you, Anthony. Yeah, if you guys need help with risk management, just go and check out my video. I break down pretty much all you need for risk management. Once you get all of that down on the video, then you can start to build your technicals on top of that. But the risk management is the core of your strategy that will actually keep you going in the long run. Then technicals you can stick on top of that and actually exit the market. But if you guys need help, just go and check out that video. It's on my channel. But I'll take a look at Euro Pound. And I do have like 9 minutes left of the stream, so any last minute pairs you want me to take a look at, just stick it in the chat and I will get to it. S&P, sure thing, Johnny, no problemo. Hey, Mr. Jovitus, hope I pronounced that correctly. I'll take a look at gold for you, and King Malcolm, of course. Euro Pound, like I said before, let me just get rid of that. It's trading at a very key area, which is 0.858. And for this one, it just depends what the market wants to do at this level, because Euro Pound is found a very, very key level around here. And if we can see a breakout, I would expect the momentum to take us all the way up to 0.86797 if we can get the breakout of this resistance. If we don't, I would see us coming straight back down again. Because you can see the way Euro Pound is moving, it's very, very up and down, fluctuates. We could be printing another low high to see another drive back into the consolidation, which we didn't retest as well. So we could see that move to come back and retest. But it just depends what type of price action we can get up in this area. Like I said, we did form support here, which we broke through this 4H candle. So if you can retest that, form a lower high, some sales will be looking good. Right now it's just very, very messy. It's very, very messy on the 30-minute and the hourly. To be fair, I'd rather get the break and retest and actually look for buys and just continue that momentum. But if you do see the price respect that level, then you can probably catch some sales to the downside and back down to 0.8449. So it just depends how we react with that level. Break and retest of that could be some nice sales. No confirmation yet, so you do want to be waiting for that. But if you just suddenly push through the level, you can wait for a retest or a higher low to form and ride that to the upside. But Euro Pound's at a very nice level for some shorts, but I wouldn't say we've got any confirmation just yet. So you hang tight for that. But if you do respect that level, you can see how price was reacting to it previously. It's a nice level to work with. You can probably see some nice downside. Maybe to come back and retest this level, probably you want to be looking at that structure there as well. But some shorts could be looking good, but nothing confirmed yet for me. Okay, so S&P will take a look, and gold, CAD, yen. Okay, we'll get into that. Yeah, S&P. So yeah, same for this one. We're looking at US 30, US 100. Is that same thing? This one as well, coming to some areas where probably the shorts are not best right now. If you can come up again and retest that prior high, that would be nice. And also, if you're feeling adventurous, this level here as well could be a nice level for sell. Only reason why I say adventurous is because you're not too far away from this support here, so it might just be a short trade in and out type of thing. But a push into here, you could take a nice little trade and go stop loss to break even and maybe take advantage of the full swing if you want to, and price might not come back and revisit your entry, whereas here a little bit exposed, so you might want to be in and out. But this is definitely a level of interest around 42.7 and also 46.6. One of those two levels there will be a great place to short the market. Like I said, with the indices only really looking to short for the foreseeable future until something changes from a technical standpoint. Everything is still looking quite bearish. So yeah, for US 500, S&P, still expecting the market to head south. Bit retracement into one of those levels, and yeah, entry confirmations on the hourly or 30-minute, whichever time frame you trade. But yeah, more downside for these guys, more downside. Gold, so yeah, like I said, for gold, everything's still looking bearish for this one. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything right now because of where we're coming into, but I'm only focusing on sales for this one. I'm not bothered with buys at all. So yeah, if we can come up to one of these areas, this is where I said sales would be looking good. 1724, 1740, one of these areas, catch some shorts from that, and then yeah, you can see some nice downside from that. Here's where the buyers will be probably looking to step in. Maybe some sellers who are selling this market early will be taking some profit here, so we might see a bit of a bounce, but I do think the buyers will be short-lived. So yeah, if you're looking at gold, stick with that sell bias. Higher time frames is looking bearish. Weekly, daily, 4H, no real need to buy. If you do want to buy, be sure to be in and out. Take your profits early. But yeah, any pullbacks we can get, any rallies, look to sell. And long term, I do see us heading back down to 1680, 1670. So a lot more downside to become. So don't stress if you're not in the trade or you feel like you're missing out on anything, because really you're not. Most likely there will be some upside and some good retracement. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. But when it comes, you can get an opportunity to get into the market. So don't worry about that. But yeah, for gold, a lot more downside to go. And yeah, pullbacks into those areas would be great places to short. No problem, guys. Happy to help. Okay, I'll finish off with CAD yen. With Johnny Rope. Okay, so CAD yen, okay, there you are. So yeah, CAD yen, I was looking at this one yesterday. Again, trading out some key areas on the monthly time frame where still I'm looking to see if we can reverse coming to this area here. So you can see 1, 2, and 3, well, potentially 3. We haven't really reacted with the level just yet, but you can see huge moves to the downside. So I'm seeing if maybe something can form at that level there. And still waiting for some confirmations really before going short. But yeah, CAD yen still pretty bullish. I said we're looking for a push back to these highs up here around 107,500. Maybe from there we could roll over. You can see the structure on the daily is still pretty bullish as well. So you can still see some more upside. We're coming back to retest this consolidation. So buying from this is now going to be as support. So buys would look good. I'm not liking the price action, to be honest, to be fair. It's very, very lackluster. It would be nice because we had such a strong move down. It'd be nice if we get a strong move back up. The fact that was so kind of corrective is not the best sign. So if you're looking to get involved, I would say wait for a break of this high here and then catch the buys off that, because right now the market's lacking a lot of momentum. So if you can break through the resistance, retest, buys off that would be great. If you're already in the buys, just see the trade out. It could still react with the high of the range and push up. If it does go back in the range, then that's just a no trade zone really. You can see how messy it's been. You don't really want to be finding trades in this area again. So if we do come back in the range, just wait for us to snap back above this, then you can get back into some buys and take that back to those highs there and maybe further. And if we end up breaking the low of the range, that tells me that potentially we could be reversing, and maybe that higher time frame monthly level could be starting to get that reaction we're looking for, and we might start trending to the downside, but only when I do see the low of the range taken out, which we still got a long way to do that. So yeah, CAD, if you're looking at CAD yen, keep your eyes peeled on this level here. If that breaks, we should see some nice upside. If not, we might just consolidate for a little bit and roll over into the range. But yeah, the buys do make sense. It's just the price action is a little bit off at that area. But yeah, guys, we have come to the end of the stream, so hopefully you have found the stream useful. Make sure you have liked the video as well if you found it useful. Like target for the stream is 50. I have no idea how many likes stream is on, but if it's around 50, thank you very much. That is what I'd like to see. If you haven't done already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll let you guys know if I do get into any more positions. I probably won't, to be fair, to be honest, because I'm already in 2 trades. No need to get into a third one, sorry. If I can get a nice Forex close from that, that'll be very, very nice indeed. At this point, it's just managing the trades. Wherever happens. If it does come back down, it comes back down. Same with AUSD. If it goes back up, it goes back up. I know the higher time frames do look good for both of these trades. So from a higher time frame point of view, the direction does make sense. So I should have the higher time frames on my side, but anything can happen. But yeah, for these trades, I'll just be managing them. AUD I'll be looking to see if I can get to that one, see if I can catch the 4th lower high from that level and sell it back down. And I'm expecting this guy to roll over eventually back down to these lows here. So AUD there's a long way to go. I'm not too bothered about catching the high up here. There will be, entries to get back into this one tomorrow, Friday, even probably next week as well. So I'm not too bothered about catching the highs with this one, but I will be looking for some shorts. And USD I'll pay attention to this level here as well, because that'd be a nice place to buy. Actually, probably already reacted this morning, really, so I should have been looking at this morning. Oh well, if it does come back again, I'll still be looking to buy. And Euro Yen, I'm waiting to see if we can break through this support here, catch the retest of this level, and then I'll be looking for some shorts on the break and retest of that low. So yeah, Euro Yen shorts, USD CAD buys, and AUD CAD buys are the currencies that I'll be looking at. I'm not really bothered with anything else really. So yeah, only those 3 pairs I'll be looking at, but I doubt I get into any positions today. If I do, I'll post it in the Telegram and let you guys know. So make sure you go and check out the Telegram if you want to. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the stream. Euro USD, I did see that. I'll quickly go Euro USD. So yeah, Euro USD, it's in the range. Yeah, I said we looked at this at the start of the stream. I said I'm not really looking at this one at all. This is my area of interest up there. Retest that range there. In here is just a no for me. It's in the 50% of the range, which is even worse. It's not like it's at the highs of the range where we can take advantage of that bounce, or at the low of the range and take advantage of a bounce to the upside. We're trading really much just at the 50%. So yeah, Euro USD, I have a sell bias, so only looking to sell the pair. So if it gets back to the highs here, that could be a sell to be looking at. I personally wouldn't. I'm really waiting for that to happen. But if you're looking to trade the range and just day trade for the New York session or something like that, or for the day or tomorrow, something like that, sells from the high would look good. Back to the lows of the range, and I wouldn't really entertain any buys down low either. I'm expecting price to break the low of the range eventually. So yeah, Euro USD, I wouldn't entertain this one. It's really, really messy, and it's difficult to make some good sense of it from my analysis anyway. So yeah, I would stay away from that one. But if it does break out higher, fantastic. I'm not sure, I doubt it will, but if it does, great. I will be looking to short that. But yeah, guys, have come to the end of the stream. Make sure you've liked the video and subscribe to the channel. I will be live again tomorrow. So if you have any more questions or just want to see some more analysis, make sure you're there on my channel. Same time, 10 a.m. UK time to 12 p.m. UK time as well. And I do have a video I'll be posting on Friday about pullbacks and trading retracements. And I will be live with the guys at A1 Trading and girls at A1 Trading as well. So yeah, guys, have a fantastic day. Check out my Telegram if you want to. And yeah, we'll see No problem, Jason. Happy to help. Enjoyable and informative. Great music to my ears. Are you trading money right now? Can I copy you to make money? If you want to, I do have a Telegram channel for that. Yeah, I am risking live capital for these trades on ADC and CAD-CHF. I wouldn't recommend jumping into the trades right now. Yeah, there's no real entry signals for that, but I do have a Telegram channel if you want to check it out. Links in the description to that. I post my entries there, my watch list coming into the week, and also videos that I do as well. Enjoyed it. Good. Nice to hear, Paul. Is this just a learning channel or real trading? What do you think? Of course, it's real trading as well. I mean, it's both. You're learning and trading as well. Hope that I can catch this Arsenal match today. Arsenal playing today? Yes, they are actually. Who are they playing? Aston Villa. Got my fantasy Premier League for that. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you all tomorrow. I will be live again. But yeah, have a good one. And if I do get any setups, I'll post it on my Telegram channel. But yeah, have a good one, guys.
Wow.